Since 2012. It was Peyton Dixon who got the start that night, and she will get the ball tonight. Oxley is ready. Elliott is ready. Off we go here in a midweek matchup. Final midweek game of the year for the Florida Gators. Finds her first strike of the night, 3-1. Olivia Elliott has been a big part of it at the top. Everyday right fielder hitting .352. Swats the next foul, count full. As you can imagine, when you're there nearly 3 decades. Well, it's 3-0 now for a second consecutive batter. Roll back up the middle, diving stop Williams. Holtorf's able to barehand it for the out, so Williams was able to direct it enough.
Pulls it over to Holtorf.
Got to get creative sometimes.
You got to get creative.
Runs driven in. So that's a zoom in to what is a bigger picture, a much different, dangerous offensive South Florida program.
Dugout, she spoke to why their offensive numbers have just been so great this year.
First to 1-2 is driven in the air, shallow left field, battling that setting sun into the shadows. Corby Otis, who was the hero on Saturday night, made the wiggle without any damage. Runner takes off, and this should end the inning. Shallow right field, Shoemaker the call on the catch. And the inning is over. Taylor Shoemaker is one of those Gator stars that we're going to see. They have 2 really big arms in Dixon and Belle Sarja, who most likely we won't see tonight. Also, you see the glitter on the black uniform there? That's a tradition started by the strength and conditioning staff opening weekend. A little bit of a sparkle to those black uniforms.
I'm a huge fan of this.
Stolen bases. It's been a slog to get to that 119 number set by Skylar Wallace, but she'll get there eventually, I promise. And the Gators is second best in the country. High chopper. This is going to be a tough play. Fielded by Brooks, no play. Prototypical Kendra Falvey hit. 321 now in her career.
The way that they throw to Shoemaker, because early in the season she was hitting a lot of home runs. Oppo, you did see her go to the right part of the field. But people started throwing a lot of velo on the inner again, and now she's doing what she does.
Well, this could be a double play. Nice catch from Rivera, but Falvey gets back. Nice play from the veteran shortstop, Alana Rivera, one of Alicia's teammates with Team Puerto Rico. And one of Alicia's teammates with Team Puerto Rico.
And if I'm Peyton Dixon, I'm taking this. This one left a little bit too over the plate, but got lucky with the line drive straight. Heads up play going right to first to try to get 2 on that one.
Rivera, and you know it firsthand as Otis stands in.
Quiet leader, but as you can see, leads by example for sure.
Brings in now Corby Otis. Probably saw the highlights from over the weekend. Otis smashes one over third. Anthony Small makes that call right away to say foul. And scuffling at the plate. Runner takes off. Foreman couldn't get that out of the glove, so Kendra Falvey moving up that all-time list. We showed you the numbers. That's 116.
He wants that record. You can see it in just how savvy she is on the base path.
Chopper. Falvey heads down to third. Otis is thrown out. Teasing. There's 68. The 3-1 is looped behind second. Who's got it? That is Kathy Garcia Soto. Spikes the softball in celebration. So Gator pitching just did not have it that day. And if you remember back to last year, that was a tough stretch for Florida. They went on to lose 2 of 3 that weekend at Missouri. Then Florida clicked, and it was on Saturday for her. 2-2, Rivera pops it up into that setting sun. It's going to be an adventure over the next hour or so as Walsh makes the catch. 1-1 to Ortiz Martinez is a foul ball, strike 2.
Back against the wall. Got to figure out how to get out of that, and they did just that this past weekend, winning 2 of the 3 after that loss. Back the next day and refused to lose, and you saw it in the numbers, you saw it in the hits, and that's what it's about.
Ortiz Martinez gets hit. We've seen command be an issue here in the early going, especially Rebel Ribbies over the weekend. What was the sweep for South Florida over Memphis? Hoisted in the air, shallow left field, long run for Otis. On a slide, has got it. Runner tags up to second, throw is late.
And these walk-off wins, but look at how she gets under this ball.
Oh, Courtney's family was screen recording there when our guy Scott Snyder played that back on replay.
I don't think you can screen record on ESPN anymore.
Oh, that's a shame. Learn things every inning. Tania Brooks goes down on strikes. Oxley bounces back after a one-out hit. Mia Williams now, 0-1 count. Breaks this one on the ground to short. Could be two. There's one, and not in time. Defense pitched a 1.87 ERA last year. Brown swings and rolls this just foul. In the air, center field. Has some power behind it, but Alexa Galligani, plenty of room, and the inning is over. A couple of weekends left. North Texas this weekend. This one is smacked in the air. Left center field. Long run for Falby. Track star speed. Covers acres of space. 0-1 to Olivia Elliott. Well, we'll send Kendra Falby back to your TV screen. She could just do this all day long. There's two.
The freshman in the dugout, the chants.
Yes.
Everybody knew what to say, when to say it. I think there's a lot of order with Florida chants.
Turn the lineup over to get it to Kendra Falby. Whether it was a hit or a free pass. Former Washington Husky drills one in the air, left field. This one is crushed off the pitching lab as Riley goes deep. Gators strike first, lead 1-0. Fourth of the year for the Gators shortstop.
Torf gets all of this one. Dixon left it too fast over the plate. All she's got to do is turn and burn, gets that knee down, gets all of it.
That inside pitch as they tried to jam her a little bit more. You saw the adjustment she had to make within SEC play. A left on left here, and that's looped off to the right and foul. Let me ask you, what goes into those adjustments as
she found that? We've seen that sparkle in her eye come back. She looks confident. And we've seen the numbers increase since that low that she had, that lull a few weeks ago.
Runner takes off, line to center. That'll stay up as Galligani makes the catch, and that forces Falby to head back. So two really hard-hit line drives from Taylor Shoemaker, one to short and one to center. Series deciding single.
I am extremely excited to have another Gator in the pro softball realm, but I can't imagine how she felt receiving that golden ticket.
Galligani played that perfectly, has it on a slide.
And to visualize, I think that's such an important tool to use, and Payne Dixon uses it, as you mentioned. Carla Claudio helps you see the success before it even happens.
Mia had just one hit over the weekend against Alabama. Pops this up, drifting, and that'll swerve foul. But boy, that hit.
You can see her change up, tunnel through the same exact spot with that down spin. It's hard to see, hard to distinguish.
Well, that'll bring in a run. RBI 35 on the season for Mia Williams.
She tries to go with that curveball in the inner half. Mia almost catches it in her back elbow.
Coming off a series against her old program. Here, she'll swing away, clock the line drive to center field, base hit. Erickson scores, late red light for Walsh, and Cahalan does indeed come through, adding to that career best total. Ava Brown, the sophomore from Montgomery, Texas. 5 of her first 18 here in April. Lines this softly into left field, coming in as Wilkes to make the catch, and the inning is over. Gators do leave them loaded, but get 3 in the frame, and a big power swing. There's good seats in the reserve section. Is that where you sit when you come?
Must be important.
Yeah.
No, I sit in the press box calling.
When
calling
you're here
watching these young ladies play.
Alex Wilkes will pop out here to start the 4th inning. Foreman, the veteran catcher. Graduate student. There was a time in this program a couple years ago where
Was primary pitching coach, Ken. Obviously a ton of experience as well.
Change up in the air to Falby, who's been busy tonight. Have to put that jersey through the wash. 2 out.
Pre-Alicia and post-Alicia when it comes to this Florida program, but to her point, I mean, it's a lot. But Coach Wallen makes sure that what he does here is all conducive to a winning program with great culture.
How about first hit for the Bulls comes off the bat of Alana Rivera. Helped that overall number in terms of caught stealing. This should be the final out of the inning. Shoemaker, good jump. And Ortiz Martinez flies out.
That one definitely looked like she got all of it.
You can trot. You can stroll around the bases.
You can walk if you want.
Let's not do that. I think Riley, especially Tim Walton, had something to say about that.
2 walks, another hit by pitch RBI in Williams, and then a single to score another one.
Bounce to short, and Rivera gets her counterpart. Back to the top of the lineup here for Kendra Falby, who had career hit .321 tonight. The speedster takes an 0-2 out.
Leader on the field. Picks the uniforms. We talked about that before in Kendra Falby. It's a big job, if you didn't know, for listening out there. The uniforms got down and dirty throughout the course of the game.
Rivera's got to get rid of this one quick, just in time. She needed to get rid of that one as soon as it hit the glove with the speed of Falby, I think, to go to the challenge. Looked to Kendra. Kendra said, "I'm safe." Tim Walton said, "Good enough for me." Anthony to the challenge. Looked to Kendra. Kendra said, "I'm safe." Tim Walton said, "Good enough for me." Anthony Small is going to head to the microphone.
She looked safe. We'll take another look here.
This is the view here. It's just about to get into that pocket. Is she on right there? Yeah, again, it's just so close. I think she probably was safe, but it's just too close to call and overturn.
It is. And I'm laughing at Kendra Falby's face. Might give you a shout out.
Shoemaker, first pitch, Shaq, quick inning as Kathy Garcia Soto throws to first. Well done, Peyton. Uppercut in the air, shallow center. Old Torque, shortstop's got it. And Kathy Garcia Soto internationally tries to lay down a bunt. This goes foul. What's that?
You got the rest of the squad who are just great people and ball players.
Olivia Elliott, first pitch ambush on a single back up the middle. Just to round that out, formerly at South Carolina. First pitch hack. This is Galligani into the gap in right center. This will bring in a run as Brooks comes in to score. Extra base for Galligani. Throw.
Runners are moving. She gets an RBI, tries to take second. Gets it. Not sure what happened here with the plate against Oxley right now.
Now, how close? It was a 3-0 game, but it just felt like a larger deficit for this Bulls team. Back-to-back hits has cut into that. With 2 outs, the infield can remain relaxed with a play to first base. Smash in the air, center field. Falby on her horse has got it. Here's now Jocelyn Erickson, 0 for 2. Rips a line drive in a right field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Otis had to hold up. Now wheels around second, heads into third. Runners out the corners as Jossie has her first knock here in the midweek. And
get it over the plate without Walsh being able to tee it up.
Walsh, a scorcher, back up the middle. RBI single, Reagan Walsh. Continues to move up the all-time charts in innings. That's third most behind the 2 big arms in Sargent and Dixon. Sanford, Florida, takes on Mia Williams.
More movement, but curveball mostly. And you got Belle Sarge, who throws to all quadrants. I love that pitch. I think that's a really competitive pitch, especially in this scenario. Can't give Cahalan too much to hit right now.
Smokes this, fair inside the left field line. Run scores as Erickson plates. And for Cahalan, 2 ribby singles tonight.
I wasn't feeling too hot, but
in the air, left field, well struck to the wall, and that one's off the wall. As Walsh will score, Williams had to hold up, just gets back to the bag, and inches away from a grand finish.
Now you're in that run rule territory that you mentioned a few minutes ago, Kyle.
Anything into the outfield essentially could end the game here. Kendra Falvey comes to the plate. 8th batter in this inning. Still nobody out.
Trying to ensure that she does get in this inning.
Well, it's been a long go for Ann Long. And Falvey rips one through the left side. That could be the game ender. Cahalan scores. Bernard gets held up. An on-target throw from Wilkes. The part about it is doesn't have a whole lot of experience.
Names that I've said about Shoemaker or gave her, but they said Taylor Runmaker instead of Taylor Shoemaker.
I like that. Drops the other shoe. Could be a slogan for her. We're still workshopping, even though this is our last game together. Maybe next year. 0-1. In the air, left field. This should end it. Wilkes makes the catch. Tagging up is Bernard. Throw is wide, and that's the game-ending sac fly for Taylor Shoemaker. The Gators walk it off. Final score 9-1 in 5 innings. A big 5th frame, and it's Shoemaker sends us all home, Alicia.
See Shoemaker here getting a sac fly in left field. Goes off really well, but Bernard already anticipating that and getting to home.
So a big 5th inning from the Florida Gators. Alicia, this was a lot of fun working with you all